So here is a chance now to maybe pull one back.
Mendieta on the far post.
Yeah, they've got the Khudder in there for some height. He'll be countered by the big frame of Brian Nyango. It's a little too strongly. Chetwa making a gallant effort to try and get to it. Shalulile defending. Oh, this man works all over the pitch. Now with Van Beek and an opportunity. Chetwa. Cut out by Morena.
He read the situation so well, Morena.
There's Mokoena. Look at Morena's pace on the right as he goes steaming ahead. Foul.
Because he's played so defensively in many occasions, is Morena. We've forgotten about his pace.
Andries with the foul. Powerful shot that Mokoena has, but on this occasion he's probably going to look to loft it in for Onyango or Rashid de Rook, who've both come forward. Here's de Rook. Oh, good save. Excellent save from Say Stevens.
Unbelievable. That is a brilliant save. Very alert on his toes. He possibly maybe got his fingertips only to it. Brilliant.
He's got a bit of the cool cat about that.
Tempted to say definitely.
There comes the resultant corner. Header cleared away by Jaden Adams. But the attacks continue. Modiba now with the left foot. The Khudder's clearing header. Back in from Mokoena with Van Rooyen now. Can Stellenbosch settle on the ball for a while? Yes, Van Beek. Might be a chance in here for Jabbar. Was he being pulled back there on the edge of the area? Aubrey Modiba.
That's more like the Sundowns way now. They were under pressure and you're leading 2-0 and you know what the opposition wants. So much of the ball so that they can hit you back.
Sliding challenge from the Khudder. Corner it will be.
Look at the time, the turnaround time, at least from when they were holding it nicely at the back as if they have no intention to push it forward, and immediately there's space of about, what, 10 seconds, they're already creating a scoring opportunity on the other side.
Modiba. And time Adams again is not the biggest man on the pitch, gets up and clears away with the head. Now pushing up a little bit here. Stellenbosch looking to squeeze a bit on their own, and it's straight to the middle here to de Rook. Chetwa takes it away. Van Rooyen looking for Van Beek. The idea was there. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still plenty of football ahead of us. Remember, it's a busy night in the DStv Premiership. Pirates and Marumo Gallants live from Orlando Stadium comes up after this. That kicks off at 7:30. Live on your World of Champions. The other matches tonight all being streamed on the SuperSport app. Will be brought into play here. Sundowns conceding twice already this season with Williams beaten. Remember the TS Galaxy game and also against Sekhukhune. First 10 games of last season they didn't concede a single goal. Clean sheets all the way. Mendieta gets it back into the danger zone. It's away from Van Beek. Last season, of course, Stellenbosch as well had a wonderful run of unbeaten games before finally suffering their first defeat. It was a platform that allowed them to finish the season in 4th place.
Patience. It's the only way that you can draw them out of the defensive half.
Now Charlie. Mokoena, Charlie again. Good pressure being applied by the likes of Tetra and Jabbar. Excellent game from Tetra. You've mentioned him as a workhorse. They'll have time to recover as well. Their opponents on Sunday, Kaizer Chiefs, will have an extra day, having played last night in Cape Town, losing that game by 2-0. What's the Brains Trust coming up with here for Stellenbosch?
Pacing up and down the line, Steve Buck.
Gaga. Right-footed delivery. Just a little bit low, but Van Wyk goes in again. Clearance from Mokoena, all the way back from Dino van Rooyen to Stevens. Bassadin did well there. Mendieta with the ball to Adams. This might fall for Van Wyk. It's De Rook who clears. Mendieta trying to dribble his way through and stopped in his tracks by Neo Maema. Now Morena. Once again, that patience that William Shongwe was referring to. This time, of course, they're inside the Stellenbosch half, now being pushed out.
See, the mindset is that all the players basically must have that same feeling or mentality about what is happening. One player, when he decides to put his foot on the ball, which is most of the time Charlie, is everybody just calms down, say this is the moment now where we're going to cheer and just try and draw them out of their zone.
1 hour gone here at Loftus Versfeld. It's still Sundowns at 2-0 lead. Both goals in the first half. Zwane. Challenge from Chetwa. Gaga. And we have a throw in here to Stellenbosch. Now, what changes are in the offing? There's a double change here potentially for Stellenbosch. They've without Judas Mosiamedi tonight. He's a little injured. Well, knocked back by Mudau and away for a corner. A good pressure. Might be a triple change, in fact, coming on for Stellenbosch. We'll get to that in a moment or two. Let's just stick with the live action. The 5th corner of the game for Stellenbosch. Really impressive number against Mamelodi Sundowns. Need to utilise them though. High ball from Mendieta. It's a disappointing one over the Khuda's head. Now, Andres tracking Morena well there. So Morena was trying to put on the afterburner, those high steps.
I'd like to see this young man 2 years from now, 2 seasons from now. I'm talking Andres.
Here's the live log. As things stand, Mamelodi Sundowns will go top of the table, but remember, AmaZulu is still to play against Golden Arrows at 7:30 tonight. Galaxy are playing, Pirates are playing, Richards Bay are playing, Royal AM are playing as well. Swallows winning last night. Stolen away. Zwane to Mokoena. See the new Chilean signing Allende come on. Big money they paid for him. For the change for Mamelodi Sundowns. You can see the Stellenbosch players lined up there. 3 of them coming on in the second half. Devin Titus is coming on. Letuka, the new Congolese signing, and also Ngomezulu. Ketwa, that's a good shot. Ronald Williams beginning to earn some of that big transfer fee.
All day long he'll pluck this off the air with ease.
Yeah, that's shooting practice for a man of his ability. Possibly on the chase. Didn't see too much of him pressing forward in this game.
Even as a wing-back, I just didn't see his impact like I would have seen before. He's a player with so much energy and lots of endurance.
Chance to turn here for Morena, up to Modiba. Shalolile is going to leave this for Neo Maema, and Tetwa gets the all-important tackle in there. So, substitution time. This might take a little while. There are a lot of changes in the offing. Devin Titus is the first man to come on, former skipper of the DDC team. Mendieta will depart over on the far side. They're going to save him, and I think for the game against Kaizer Chiefs, Steve Barker's probably thought himself, okay, well, this is a bit of a lost cause. Let me save some of my key players. So Mendieta goes off. William Likuta is from DR Congo. He came on as a sub against Cape Town City. Here he is. Gets his second run out. Plays forward on the right-hand side. Van Beek is going off. And the other change for Stellenbosch is Sinitemba Ngomezulu, who comes from TS Galaxy. He played there last season, 4 goals in 11 starts, and the big man will be leading the line. Former Utongati player as well. Now, this is Allende. First outing for Mamelodi Sundowns for Marcelo Allende, 23-year-old from Chile. Played for his country at under-20 level and has also got a full cap. He's been playing in Uruguay, and he will be coming on along with Mbule in a double change for Sundowns, but that still has to happen. We've been waiting to see this Allende's arrival at Sundowns, being pretty low-key. So let's see what he can do now. Are those changes coming? Still waiting for the changes to be made.
For me, just this.
Here's Shalolile. This is Morena. On for Serino in the first half. Serino, if you join us late, suffering what looks to be a serious hamstring injury that might keep him out for a while. Jali. Tetwa, foul by Jali. No cards in this game, by the way, from Mr. Chabani. He's handled the game well.
I can tell you that I wouldn't have been surprised if Mr. Chavani decided to produce the one, because Jali was late, and I think he caught him around the shin area, which can be very dangerous.
Well, Mamelodi is absolutely furious with the fourth official that he's taken so long to get the boards ready, to get the substitutions on. Absolutely furious. And Wendell Robinson has to go and help there as well.
And Steve had to join in the party as well.
So Mudau is one who is departing. It looks as if Neo Maema will go off as well. So Mbule on for Mudau. That'll be a little shift in formation. And let's see what Marcelo Allende is going to bring to the DStv Premiership. The figures have not been released, William Shongwe, but I can tell you this is the most expensive man to ever play football in South Africa. He is earning more money than you.
That would have been very obvious from the beginning, Gleason. Don't even start that discussion, please.
A very big package. They bought him from a club in Uruguay, and they are paying him a massive salary. Maema with the early goal. Zwane's done the business as well. Now Mudau, is he staying on? We were showing him departing, but Mudau is still in the picture on the right-hand side.
I saw him walking on the line as if he was...
Yeah, maybe he got the wrong end of the stick and had been told, but it wasn't him. And confirmation, Zwane departing and Neo Maema. They've got a game as well on Sunday in the MTN8, so maybe an eye on that for Sundowns, given that this match looks pretty much sewn up. Although 20 minutes to go, this football can deliver all sorts of changes. Here's Allende, first little touch from him, gets a warm round of applause from the crowd. Now Morena. Always important, your first touch with a big club. I don't know how many Kaizer Chiefs players I've seen in my time, poor first touch on their debut, and the crowd already on their case.
I remember one in particular that had a good first touch when he first arrived, when he was introduced for Mamelodi Sundowns, Sereno. I mean, he walked into the park like he's always been there.
Great turn from Mudau. Was he shot from behind? Fouled by Likuta. Mr. Chavani's cards remain firmly in his pocket.
Maybe he forgot the dressing room. Time will tell.
Get on with the game. There we go. Fans have come here to be entertained. Everyone watching at home wants to see football. 20 more minutes remaining here, plus more to come tonight from the DStv Premiership on your World of Champions. Allende to take it. No, he's already taken the set pieces. Delivery. Goes De Rook. Here is a chance to clear.
That's very brave, eh? For him, on his debut, already taking that kind of responsibility when the most suitable players in the field of play that could have done it.
Sundowns, no surprise, dominating the second half possession, 53% to 47. 2-0 up on the score sheet too.
But better in the first half, eh? I think first half they had a whole lot more than that.
Mokoena will get a little talking to here. Nothing more than that. Challenge here on Jabbar. That's why they wear shin guards. Nigerian junior international came to Stellenbosch when he should have been going to Besiktas. It was a real steal for Stellenbosch to get him. Chance for Khuda. Was that his last touch? If so, the header is well off target. Disappointment for the skipper. Works hard, this man, up and down, looking for attacking opportunities.
The biggest challenge for him, Christian, is that in that field of play, he's one of the senior players, the more experienced. So he carries a lot of responsibility with so many of the older players that were there last season having been let go.
Now Allende. Morena. Mtetwa. Pressure's on Williams here. Fresh legs up front and Gomezulu and Titus forces the error, does that little press from Stellenbosch. So the visiting side with Jaden Adams, with Dino van Rooyen. Mtetwa. And Titus pass back to Adams is a little too strong. There's another graduate from the academy. Good production line they got going in Stellenbosch.
Could you maybe work it out, you know, what the young man kind of looks like from some of the older players that will have featured for Ajax, Sundowns, Supersport? I'm just doing a small homework here. You normally are the one, you're the quiz master.
Who he looks like?
Yeah.
Question.
That is Titus.
Jali, that's a little too strong.
Wouldn't you maybe think Brent Carrot?
Yes, yes. Rolani McQuena's on speaking duties, it would seem, with Sundowns this game. We'll hear from him in discussion with Lwazi after the final whistle. Here's Jali.
Wow, such a beautiful pass.
Allende down, wins the free kick. Well, Allende with a very good little run there, but Jali spotted him late.
Yes.
And delivered it too strongly.
In fact, at the time when he was slowing down, and that's when Jali delivered.
Lekay and surprise Rolani to come on. You've got to do your own substitution these days. So Rolani on for Modiba, or Lekay's on for Modiba. That's the obvious change at left back, and Rolani on for Jali. Just a little rest all the way around for some key figures ahead of the game against Supersport United on Sunday in the MTN8.
And with Jali being substituted, Mokoena drops into that screening position.
There's Morena, here is Allende, and he has scored on debut. He has been on the pitch for a matter of minutes, and look at the celebrations here. He's obviously a very popular member on the training pitch at Mamelodi Sundowns. Welcome to South Africa.
Indeed. It's always the best situation to have when a new player. You mentioned that he maybe arrived into the country in a low key, but so much has been happening in training session. He's shown his quality, and it's important for him to obviously convince the supporters that are present here today, even those that are watching on TV, just to say, look, I'm worth the money that you paid. I'm a part of this team. I'm going to make a difference, and this is what basically is going to happen. Now, look at Shalulile, who applies the high press. Once again, that's the Sundowns way of playing. But Morena also brilliant in just not being selfish, just lobbing over to the world position. And he doesn't hit it with the laces. He passes. That is class.
Well,
Not
there was
many
a
players
second
will
or
think
two
like
where
that.
he was probably thinking to himself, oops, this might have hit the woodwork, and he's bouncing back out again, but well, they were very pleased with that. So a third goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, emphatic tonight, and they've expunged that 3-0 thumping that Stellenbosch gave them in May towards the end of last season, and their only home loss of the last campaign. Those demons are put to bed with that scoreline. Ngomezulu, big and strong, good turn from the ex-Galaxy man. Here comes the ball inside. The rook got caught late by Jabbar.
Defending from the top as we look at the rook here down, but for me what impresses me is when the players at the top of the formation do their part in as far as applying the high press, defending from the front, and to create a goal-scoring opportunity like Shalili did. These are some of the things that maybe don't get said a lot about some of the attacking players.
Mervyn Boy is the last player to come on here. He takes the place of Dino van Rooyen, another homegrown product. He's had one 46-minute appearance for Stellenbosch previously. That was in that game against Royal AM, where they won by 3-1. Still a little over 10 minutes remaining. Allende. Modal. Still Modal. Here's Morena. Mokoena. Mbule. Gives it away. The Huda, challenge from Mbule. Tetwa being chased by Shalulile.
Big game from Tetwa, as much as they're trailing in this game, but at the personal level, I think is a massive game.
New faces now for Stellenbosch. Basadine Chiboy. Well, Steve Barker, I'm sure, will be turning his mind almost immediately to the Kaizer Chiefs game on Sunday, live on your World of Champions, of course. MTN8 quarterfinal, Stellenbosch's first appearance in that competition, and we'll be covering that live, of course, here on your World of Champions. 10 minutes to go.
Slowly coming into the game is Mbule. He hasn't quite set the scene alight like you expect.
Well, that's taken a bit of time to work on that one.
Listen, you'll never match this.
No,
you can try, but never.
No
that is
chance.
Top.
Don't get any ideas now. You're too old for that. Here's a chance to square it back. No.
Maybe first time Cross would have done the trick.
Telo Morena. In fact, he scored that famous night when Bloem Celtic thrashed Sundowns 5-0 at Attersville. It was about 2015. Musa Nyatama scored. Gabadinho Mahango scored that night. A rare occurrence.
NSL days? Or
no, 2015. Just
no, I'm just saying NSL days. There was one situation, I think it was 4-1 at the Ellis Park Stadium. It's the Olsen semi-finals.
Chiefs beating Sundowns.
Yes. Mark Anderson goals from Mamelodi Sundowns.
Who was in the other goal? There's Jabbar. You just mentioned it because you want to mention. Here is Titus.
No, I'm talking about
the Huda.
time Sundowns would have conceded very high margins, which is abnormal for them living there. So let's stay away from the other.
8 minutes remaining here at Loftus Versfeld. It is another night for the champions. They were given a little bit of a scare by TS Galaxy a couple of weeks ago, beaten here at 4 goals against Kaizer Chiefs, now followed by 3 against Stellenbosch. They're making this a fortress. Onyango. Moreno with some pace, looking to find Allende. Allende. Moreno with a shot. And kept alive by Shalulile. Now a chance for Mbule. Or Relani, rather. And the spin of the ball there, making it difficult. Shalulile wearing the captain's armband now since Jali departed. Tetwa. Good work from Madao. 6.5 minutes remaining. Now the fans find their voice despite the fact that Stellenbosch are on the attack. Kuta to Jabbar, looking to play the 1-2. Zulu and Jabbar looking to combine, but it's cleared away here from Williams to Mokoena to Morena, and here he goes.
Dell as well. You know what? Funny thing about being a defender is you can do so much, and you can get notice much about your contributions to the game. Thinking about just the runs that he's made successfully, pinging crosses into the box. Yes, Mamelodi Sundowns. It's a great game, but unfortunately there's just other players, maybe their profiles speaks so much more on the day about what they contributed. We're always looking for goal scorers.
Now it might be a chance for Stellenbosch. A second bite of the cherry here. And it will be cleared away by Rolani to Allende, who's got options left and right into the path of Morena. High ball, little touch on from Titus. With Lekay. Down goes Shalulile. He'll win the free kick. So there's still going to be a chance here in the final 4 minutes to add to the goal tally. Challenge from Tetwa, who's been the best player in Stellenbosch colours tonight, that's for sure.
Without a doubt.
If he was on the winning side, he'd certainly be a strong candidate for man of the match. Lekay to deliver. It's just a little dink in there, header away from Jabbar. Relani trying to bring it under control. And Gomez Zulu scoops it forward in search of Titus. Cleaned up by Mudau. Lekay. Allende. Rolani, Lekay, Likuta. Well, there you can see Mudau on their right-hand side, how much work he did. 33% of the attacks going forward. On the left-hand side, perhaps a little less work. Two and a half minutes to go. Stellenbosch, well, most of their stuff through the middle tonight. Not as enough work from Basadin. Here's Rolani taking on Nakuda. Rolani, Adams, Onyango. Here's Allende. Morena. Shalulile, chance for number 4. Saved by Stevens. Sundowns fans hoping for one more. It didn't come.
Unfortunately, I think for Morena, which was a difference from Allende in the way that he was so composed and passed to the back of the net. And looking at the power that Morena applied, instead of maybe passing into the back of the net. That was the difference.
There's Allende now looking for options. He goes wide to Lekay. Lekay just bobbled at the vital moment for him as he tried to dink it in with a little more subtlety. Well, it's the night for the fans here at Loftus Versfeld on this Wednesday evening in the DStv Premiership. The champions will be temporarily top of the table, at least for a couple of hours until those 7:30 games are completed. And who knows, if the top teams all lose, Sundowns might well still be there when you open the newspaper tomorrow morning or click on supersport.com. Too strong. Just a couple of seconds and we're into stoppage time. Steve Barker knows. He's enjoying it, I think.
He will take a little bit of comfort that he lost to Mamelodi Sundowns. As much as he beat them convincingly last season, but you know what? It's a new season. It's in a different venue this time around, and that are some factors that you can use to justify the development of the situation. Also missing, of course, is that central 4 or central 2 pairing in defense, which is where maybe the Trainer struggled a bit having to play as a central defender when we know he's more of a wide attacking, or should I say defensive player.
Lekay finds Allende. First touch got away from him. Only 23 years old. Big adventure for him to find his way to South Africa. Already a minute of the 3 that's been added on has passed. We are just under 2 minutes from the final whistle here at Loftus Versfeld. To remind, Orlando Pirates and Marumo Gallants follows at 7:30. MTN8 action at the weekend. 2 matches Saturday, 2 matches Sunday. We start at the Cape Town, at Athlone Stadium rather, and we finish at Amatax on Sunday nights. The top 8 from last season all in action. Royal AM and Orlando Pirates is preceded, I should say, by Cape Town City and Amazulu on Saturday, then Stellenbosch Chiefs, followed by Sundowns Supersport. Shalulile, is there a final twist in the tail here? Still a minute to go. Mokoena. Look at Madao coming on the overlap, providing an option. Nice touch from Basidi. Playing without cards tonight.
I told you what the situation is. You forgot them in the dressing room, so he tried to manage the game at best he can. Just
good job. So set piece to come. That'll be the final act in this game, surely now, from Mamelodi Sundowns. Lyle Kay. Thought about going directly for goal. That's it. Final whistle from Jelly Chavani. Job well done by the champions. They have now scored 7 goals in their last 2 home matches. They moved to 10 points in the DSTV Premiership. They are temporarily top of the table. What do you think, William Shongo?
Ball usage was much better from Mamelodi Sundowns that they've done in the past, in the way that they denied a moment for Stellenbosch to come up with their own build-ups, to maybe have more moments where they could trouble Sundowns. For me, that was very key. Obviously, occasionally they created great moments of their own in the attack. I'm talking Sundowns. The young man here comes and makes a big impact. It's massive for Sundowns going forward in as far as the options and depth on the bench is concerned.
Well, you remember they had a Chilean player a bit more rugged in the midfield, Acuna, in 2008-2009. He played for Feyenoord in the Dutch league before joining Sundowns, so he was real quality. Shaluline, 4 goals now already in 5 games, picking up where he left off at the end of last season, and a little cameo again for Sipho Mbule, who joined from SuperSport United at the start of the season. Ronald Williams with the clean sheet. He'll be pleased about that. Mamelodi Sundowns started off with a goal inside 90 seconds, and they dominated from start to finish here at Loftus Versfeld. Sundowns 3, Stellenbosch 0.
A fantastic way for the champions to respond, having been held at the weekend. 3 points, 3 goals for Mamelodi Sundowns in their victory over Stellenbosch. 2 assists in that second half coming from the man standing right next to me right now. The man of the match this evening, that is Thapelo Morena. Thapelo, congratulations. A fantastic performance. I want to start by talking about just yourself. You get an opportunity to come on and you make a big difference with your 2 assists.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the coaches. I'd like to thank my teammates and the supporters. I was sitting on the bench watching the game. We went through a lot of things about Stellenbosch. And yeah, for me coming in and delivering for the team, helping the team to get the maximum points and 3 goals, I think that was important, and the game plan went out very well.
It's always quite interesting to see which way the team uses you, because we know that you are more than capable of playing as a wing back. Today, you're one of the front 3.
Yeah, I think we knew that we're going to need a bit of speed. So the coaches decided to put me as a second striker with Peter. And yeah, it worked out very well.
What has the last couple of days been like after the disappointment of the weekend?
I think as a team we have to chin up and look forward and fight for what we know that we can do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thapelo Morena coming on and making a huge difference in the 3-0 victory for Mamelodi Sundowns. Alongside me now, Coach Rulani Mokoena. And Coach, just speaking to the man of the match, we are all surprised that he came on once Sirino came off. The thinking behind that?
No, congratulations first to Bafana Bastille, congratulations to Sundowns, congratulations to the entire team. But this one has to go to Coach Mangoba. He actually called it from yesterday, the Thapelo sub. And when we thought about bringing on other players, he said, Coach, remember we had that plan from yesterday, so it was a Coach Mangoba move.
It certainly worked out. Fantastic performance from him. The whole team, though, what did you think of the response from the 11 on the pitch?
Yeah, we like what this team looks like today. Much better, good intensity, good aggression, and we played with a lot of energy from the start. But we know we are very far off from what we can do. Very, very far off, and we can still do more.
We have to talk about one Marcelo Allende.
Yeah, but you can talk about how good was Rushin today, how good was Brian Onyango today, how good was Andy Lejali today. Now, again, also very good tactically. Peter Shalulile works his socks off for the team, like always. And you can talk about a complete team performance, but it's good to see Marcelo. Let's be patient.